Hi. Honestly, I don't need to be wearing cycling gear to do a voiceover. Anyway, hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today, Zwifter ruins race. Yeah, it's a shame. But we're going to talk through it, so let's get into it. And Zwift, if you're listening, which I highly doubt you are, because honestly, my content is... ugh. I'm just happy so many of you watch. Thank you. Thank you. Zwift, if you're watching, there's got to be something you can do. Come on. There's got to be something you can do. Like a cone of shame. Remember those cones of shame? Shame, shame, shame. Remember? Remember that? I do. They were good. They were good. There's got to be a way automatically that you can figure out how to stop these people. It's a disgrace. You know, if I had a soapbox, I'd probably get up on one, but I don't. I've got a chair. Anyway, let's get into the race. You're in for a goodie. Hit that like and subscribe button. Hit it. And comment. What do you think of the new intro? It's alright, isn't it? I did that. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, so here we are. Castelli Racing Series. I believe this was on maybe a Thursday or no, Friday night. Had quite a few competitors. I had Paul from TMP riding with me, so that was nice. And yeah, here we go. Now, this course itself, as you'll see in just a second, there's not much to it, to be honest with you. It's pretty much, like, there's a couple of little bumps, a couple of tiny bumps. But apart from that, as you can see, it's flat, right? It is pretty much flat. So the chances of getting away on this sort of course are, I would say, pretty slim, unless you're doing some form of naughtiness or you're just really, really powerful and really strong. So yeah, it was a pretty tame start. I was actually loving life right now. There was always this like little bump, as you know, for those of you that do the London circuits, there's always that little bump on the lead-in, which is a little bit of a nuisance. But yeah, here we are, just rolling through. There's been a tiny bit of separation there, but everyone is all good. And I'm feeling okay. I mean, I've had a pretty good training week, to be honest with you. Done quite a few Zone 2 rides. Did a little ITT. I had a power PB last week. It's the first time I've hit over 270 watts for 20 minutes for, I would say, well, since it was actually the 14th of January 2024. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling strong, and I actually thought that I'd stand a chance basically in this race, which was unusual. Now, this bit here, this was the only little hill, or the main little bump, I would say. And you can see that the stronger riders are just leading everyone out here. So it was just something to keep in view, because I knew during this bit of the race it would probably hot up a little bit. But yeah, here we are. Nothing much has gone on so far. Yeah, I stayed with this group. We've got a decent little number of us here, and I'm just happy to draft at this point. Not much is going on at all. So what I will do is I'll flick it forward, and as you can see here, we're back at that little bump again. Now, I've been telling you, my legs feel good, right? My legs feel okay. So I thought, rather than let others lead us out, I would waste a load of my energy and do the leading up this bit here, I was fine with that, actually. I didn't actually mind. Sometimes you're feeling strong, you might as well go for it. You might as well use your energy, which is exactly what I did. Now, we are coming up to the part here where some questions will be asked on a certain competitor in this race. And as I've just led everyone out here, we're coming through the kind of back end of London, I would say. And I'm just recovering because I've just done a little effort there. And you can see someone just nip off the front here. And as you can see again, the watts go down, the watts go up, the watts go down, the watts go up. And unfortunately, I think we've got another sticky watt baddie. Oh dear. It's happened again, Zwift, and I didn't know at this point. I messaged Paul and I said, look, I will work as long as everyone else works as well. And he said, well, that person's got quite a good 20-minute watt per kilogram. But at this stage, I didn't actually realise what was going on. And you can see here, the watts go down, the watts go up, the watts go down, the watts go up. Now, it was at this stage that Zwift, come on, there's got to be something that you can do to, when this sort of thing happens, to just be, be able to flag them. Especially, like, say, for example, they're doing this kind of up, down watts for, I don't know, 2 minutes. Flag it. It's got to be something you can do. And that person there on a relatively flat course is now getting away. They've got a 5-6 second lead already. And it kind of, I don't know, for me, it does ruin the race a little bit. Now, I still hadn't noticed it at this point. I'm just thinking what to do. I'm like, well, someone's gone off the front. I'm not really sure. That's where I asked Paul, actually, and he then replied saying he's got a good watt per kilogram. And it's only just when I'm coming around the corner here that, and actually it's quite ironic that somebody else messages exactly the same thing at the same time. You'll see it flick up on the screen in just a second, saying, oh dear, basically. And for me, I was just like, let's get on with the race. Let's just, second is the new first, basically. Let's just crack on. Let's ignore that person and let's just get on with it. It's still a good workout. And you know what? It was a good workout still, but it's just annoying to have someone up the road, because if I hadn't noticed that, I would have probably gone chasing at some point. And what is the point? I don't know. What is the point? And for me, like, this is half of Zwift, right? Half of Zwift for me is the training. The other half is doing the racing. I know it's not a competitive sport, right? I understand that. But come on, Zwift. There's got to be something that you can do. There just has to be. Anyway, I didn't let it spoil my race too much. I was actually all right, to be honest with you. Good workout, as I said before. But yeah, there you go. Someone up the road wins the race by not playing fair. But whatever, good for them. If that's what floats their boat, then that's good. Anyway, end of the race here. Second is the new first. And I still think I've got an opportunity here. But look at that, stupidly leading people out. What am I doing? And then one person comes past, absolutely made mincemeat of me, and then Paul's just getting ahead, and then there's one other person. At this point, I know it is game over, so I sit down for a fifth, net fourth. I think on Zwift Power it was a net fourth as well, but mate, it means, I don't know. Anyway, decent race, decent little workout. Zwift, if you're watching, come on, let's put the cone of shame back in business. Let's do it. But at the end of the day, it was a good workout, having a bit of laugh, right? Anyway, as always, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.